How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to be doing an overall market update, taking a look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. We're also going to be doing a trading update, talking about what I personally did today in the markets, as well as some stocks and ETFs that I'm watching and looking to trade right now in the month of January in 2019. So, guys, all I ask from you is if you enjoy this video, find value in this video, simply go down below for me and hit that like button, and also consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you want to see further content from me. And don't forget to claim your 2 free stocks from Webull valued up to $1,400 by simply depositing $100 using my affiliate link down below. And if you do that, I really do appreciate it, guys, because it does support me directly and supports the channel for all the free content that I'm putting out here for you guys. So without further ado, let's talk about the SPX, the 500 largest publicly traded U.S. companies here in the United States. So it was up today $21.65, up 0.67%, and yet again another all-time high on the S&P 500 at $3,275.58. And if we see here on the hourly chart, guys, the uptrend is continuing beautifully. We hit that higher high today, and honestly, at this point, if we were to pull down, a level I'd look at, and consider is going to be around 3260, which is that old all-time high, obviously at around 3260, and that's the level that we'd like to see hold as a support before this thing continues its uptrend here. But honestly, who knows if it's even going to pull down at this point, as tensions with Iran are slowly easing up right now. Yesterday, I believe that was yesterday or the day before, in Trump's speech, he said the tensions are slowly dying down. No American troops were injured in the missile strikes at 2 different United States bases. Although today, guys, I saw something interesting that Iran is vowing to still retaliate harsher against the United States, which is interesting. Although, again, Trump said that everything seems to be slowing down and easing up, but I don't know at this point, right? We hear Trump saying that, but then today we see another Iranian, I forget who it was exactly, but somebody, a general, a leader, somebody over there saying that. So, yeah, it's kind of like a mixed bag. I'd love to know what you guys have to think about that, but as of now, it seems like the market is continuing to truck up regardless of that, which is telling me that, the market itself is slowly forgetting about it. Not that it's forgetting about it completely. It's obviously in the back of the market's head, but the market is slowly pushing by it now. So if we go over here to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this one hit an all-time high to today, $28,988.01, up $211 on the day, up 0.75%. And if we go to the hourly chart, uptrend continued, higher high, beautiful here. $30,000 is the next milestone, I'd say, for the Dow Jones, which at this point, guys, if we zoom out a bit, let's try and calculate that, how far we are to that all-time high, not all-time high, but to that milestone 30,000. We can see, actually, we can't even see it, but off the top of my head, I'd say that's probably a percent, 2-3 percentage points away, which is insane. Maybe in 2020 we do end up getting a $30,000 Dow Jones. It seems like that is looking very likely at this point in time. Going over here to the NASDAQ, we can see it's currently up $1, but that's not what it closed at. These are the futures you're looking at, and since I'm recording this video about 2 hours and 15 minutes after the market closed, that is what they're currently up now. But if we're looking at what the NASDAQ closed at the close of the market, it was 74 points in the green, up 0.81%. Many tech stocks today, if you guys can see down here, you probably can't see because my face is there, but Apple ripped today, up $6.44, $310 today for Apple. That is unbelievable. Amazon today was up $9, up 0.5%. Facebook absolutely crushed it today, up $3, up 1.43%. Google up $15 today. Microsoft up $2. You can see, all of these tech-heavy stocks, the tech stocks really that the Nasdaq's tech-heavy, they crushed it today, guys, and they've been crushing it, and the rally is just continuing at this point in time. So higher highs, uptrend is intact, guys. It's continuing here, and honestly, it can continue for, the next couple of weeks, next couple of days, who knows. But as we'll get into the trading update here, I'm personally sitting on a bit more cash here, and we'll talk about that right now. So before we do, just drop a comment. Let me know, what do you guys think about the overall markets, the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow? Are we going to keep climbing up here, or are we going to see some sort of pull down, some sort of correction, whether it's a couple percentage points, 5, 10%, 15%. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. So you saw in the title today, I sold these stocks. Let's talk about those stocks right now and some other stocks that I'm in very, very quickly. So yesterday, you guys saw I sold Uber for a profit. I sold out of some PayPal, if I remember correctly. And today, I did a lot more of the same. I didn't really buy anything, but I've been selling out. And what's that? Why am I doing that? What's that kind of portraying here? Well, it's me thinking the markets are getting a bit too hot, to be honest. And the stocks that I'm in, they honestly hit their targets a lot faster than I thought in terms of the swing trading targets I had for them back when I entered them, and I'm taking profits because of that, right? So one of them here today, which you guys remember I set my first target at around 223 to sell, is Home Depot, ticker symbol HD. And I was in this one since around 217, 218. Not this dip, though. It was actually before that. I've been holding this one for almost about a month, I feel like. Probably like 3 weeks at this point. And it was a slow mover, right? It rallied up to 221, failed to break 223 there. We sold off a bit. I held on to the shares. I was break even for a good amount of time here. But you guys can see today, we finally got that leg up, that break up above the 180 SMA and that 223 level, which again, that's the original level I wanted to sell a lot of my position, if not all of my position, due to it being roughly within my percentage range of what I'm comfortable in locking in terms of profits. It's right in that 2 to 3% range, and that's what I ended up doing, guys. Locked in all of the position here, and we did break up into 225, which is bullish, and now I'm looking to maybe re-enter if we do end up pulling down, maybe 223.50, maybe 224, and this could be a good opportunity to get in for the next move, which could be up to about $230 per share. So the next position that I ended up locking in today, which was a really, really quick trade here for me, guys. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up right now. Runny nose. I don't know what's going on. So if you hear me sniffling, that is why. So McDonald's is this next one, which I got in, I believe it was a couple days ago, earlier this week. It was around, I think it was like $202, $201, if I remember correctly, on this break up here, above that $201 level of resistance. And we can see overall, and I've been really talking about this in these videos, that the trend overall on McDonald's is clearly up, and the fact that we broke this $200 level, that is a good sign that long-term here on the 3-year trend line, or rather the 3-year chart, that it's continuing its rally. And that's kind of what led me to get into this position in the first place. And the move, happened really, really quickly. If we go on this 5-day, 5-minute, we can see McDonald's has rallied from 197 up to 209 in the matter of 1 week. So I believe I got in one of these days, 201, 202, and the goal with this one, as you guys recall from the videos, was to get out at around 205, and obviously we broke past that so quick that I ended up locking in, I believe, at around 20, I think it was like 208.30, right around there today, obviously. And you guys can see we did so well today. We actually hit $209.37, but that was after I ended up getting out again at around 208.30. So those are two stocks that I ended up selling out of today. The McDonald's trade was, I'd say, closer to about 3 to 4% profit there, more like 3, I'd say about 3.3%, which is really, really good. So now, as I've been selling out of all of these stocks, McDonald's, Home Depot, Uber, I'm still in a couple others. PayPal I also sold out a lot of. Facebook's one that I'm currently still in pretty heavily. I have a lot of cash now, and this leads me to really the next part of this video where I want to share with you all a couple stocks that I'm looking to now take my profits, take this cash that got freed up, and really add that cash into these different new positions, right? So we'll go over some of those right now, and obviously I'm not looking to completely scrap the old stocks that I just got out of. I'm actually looking to re-enter many of those, Uber being one of them. Like I mentioned, guys, just because I sold out of Uber yesterday, that doesn't mean that I'm not looking to get into it, right? At this point, this is opening up a good opportunity maybe for tomorrow, because you guys can see today on Uber, we actually sold off a good amount. We got some profit takers this morning, it seems like, from 34.50 all the way down to 33.30, 33.50, that general area. And you guys know that was the level where I sold out yesterday due to it being a resistance. So the fact that we're holding it as a new support, this could open up another entry point where, hey, if we get in at 33.50, 34 bucks, we can ride it up to 34.50, which could be a nice initial move, and then there's a lot more potential from there as we can ride it back up to maybe 39 bucks, $40 per share. So Uber's definitely one here that I see a lot of potential in, although it's a bit more volatile, a bit more risky. If you are risk adverse, if you do have some risky bones in you, Uber might be one that you could consider, right? Another one that is more for the risky people out there is Beyond Meat, guys. Beyond Meat had a ridiculous day today, up $8.77, up 10.7%. And me, I like this because overall we can see when Beyond Meat IPO'd, they went from 45 bucks up to 245. That was the initial hype phase, right? And then from 245, we saw a good 6 months, it seems like, roughly 6 months of straight up selling. The stock went from 245 all the way back down to around 70 bucks. And now it seems like it's finally found some sort of bottom here over the past couple of months at around 70, 72 bucks. And now we're breaking above that 180 and the 50 SMA, and it seems like volume is kicking back in. Take a look at the volume bars down here, guys. Very weak volume during this time, but then all of a sudden, boom, now volume's kicking back in. People are, it seems like, buying up the stock, pushing the price up. And if we go into the micro time frames here on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see the move really came these past 2-3 days, from 75 bucks all the way up to now 94 bucks after hours. That's a $20 per share move, which is insane. So how am I going to play this? This is one that momentum is shifting very heavily to the upside. So this morning would have been a perfect entry. I missed it, to be honest with you guys. I missed it, but this is what I'm looking for the next entry. I want to see some sort of correction, because buying up here, for me at least, doesn't make too much sense. So a correction maybe down to about $85, maybe 86, 87 bucks. And once that happens, that's when I'll pounce on the opportunity. Once that happens, we'd probably get, if that happens rather, we'll probably get down to that 50 SMA, again putting us right at around 85, 86, 87 on the next pull down, and that could open up a lot of potential here in Beyond Meat. And again, this is one for the people that have risk appetite. big risk appetite out there that could put $1,000 or could put a certain amount of money that they're willing to lose on something and let it ride out, right? If you're a beginner, you only have a couple $100. I personally wouldn't really mess with this, but then again, you can do whatever you want. But I'd personally not at that point, but hey, that's just me, some random dude here on YouTube just giving out his opinion, right? So Beyond Meat, Uber, those are two definitely that I want to start buying more here, or just buying back in. I actually haven't even owned Beyond ever in my life. I kind of do want to start buying that one, to be completely honest with you guys here, just for the momentum, that it's offering with the profits that I took from HD and ticker symbol MCD, also known as McDonald's. So a couple of other ones here. Boeing, ticker symbol BA. This is one that is showing a lot of potential here. It seems like we are holding 330. We trended up today to about $340, and that's a good sign because overall on this yearly chart, you can see 330 has held multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 times. That's a really good sign, the fact that we're holding it again, right? And now we're making the truck up to test that 343 level from the 7th of January. And honestly, that's where I'm looking to potentially add more money into Boeing. This is looking like a bull flag too, honestly, guys. If we go on the 5-day 5-minute, we can see that. So tomorrow morning, this could end up opening an entry where we can get to that 343 level. Maybe we enter in at 340, then add more at 343, 344. Then after that break, we'll see what happens there, but that's kind of what I'm looking for here in Boeing. So the next stock that I'm looking to potentially buy here is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. And today we finally got a pull down here in Tesla, a pretty decent pull down of around $11 at the close. It ended up being down to 2.19%. In the grand scheme of things, is this a big pull down? Absolutely not, right? It's still very overextended, although the RSI has come down a bit. The candlesticks are overextended above the 50 SMA, but any pull down, you have to consider it for Tesla, guys. You have to consider it as a dip. So heading into tomorrow, I'm interested in seeing pre-market what Tesla's going to do. Or is it going to hold these levels here? 480, slowly trend back up to the mid-480s, 490s, or if it takes another leg down, which would be ideal in my personal opinion for my sake to get into Tesla at a lower price, where is it going to go? It may go down to about $470. That could be, the next support. This is an old resistance from a couple days ago. If it breaks that, 450, that's probably the lowest I see it going. That's probably worst case scenario, but again, for me, best case scenario, because I can get in right on that 50 SMA potential hold there on the dip buy. But again, that's just me probably dreaming, because I don't think that's going to happen, especially because a lot of shorts have to cover here in terms of Tesla, I believe, in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be interesting that, we may see a short squeeze. Who knows what ends up happening here with Tesla. So tomorrow, I'm heavily considering just buying a little bit on this dip if it remains a dip in the pre-market session heading into the market open. Those are just some thoughts there on Tesla. Another electric vehicle maker today, you guys know it, ticker symbol NIO, also known as NIO, seems like it's continuing this 50 SMA hold as it has been over the past couple of months on this 4-hour chart. And by that, I mean this green line here, guys. You see it? This green line is the 50 SMA that I personally use, the simple moving average that I use for a lot of my entry points here in my swing trading, right? And you guys can see over the past couple months, this stock has held that every single pull down. And the fact that we pulled down from 480 down to where we are now, and we're holding above it, and we closed above it, that is a good sign. So now for me to even enter this as a swing, I need to see the break up to about 360, probably 355, 360 at least. And to really see NIO NIO making its way back up to $4 per share, which is the next level of resistance. And we all know from 4 up to 450, that's another tradable gap that I've been talking about on this channel a lot. So overall, guys, that's pretty much it, for stocks that I'm personally watching here and looking to trade, and kind of my mentality right now. Markets are at all-time highs. A lot of my stocks have been doing very well in my swing portfolio and my long-term portfolio, which is why I ended up cashing out a lot of profits these past couple of days, loading up on some cash, not in anticipation of a huge market correction. I feel comfortable right now just waiting for some sort of dip and then putting that cash back to work. The thing with trading, guys, is a lot of people think you always have to be in the market day in, day out. Money has to be churning for you. Sure, in your long-term portfolio, IRAs, 401ks, long-term taxable accounts that you add to every month, that's completely different. That's different. If you want money working for you all the time there, that's okay. But when it comes to active swing trading, the truth is you're going to have money working for you a lot of the time, but there's also periods where you're sitting on a lot of cash. You're sitting on the funds and you're waiting for opportunities in different stocks that you're watching, and once those opportunities come, you have the money to pounce on them, and then you ride those stocks out. You swing trade those to however your plan is, right? According to whatever your plan is. And I outlined that in today's video with a couple stocks that I'm watching right now looking to add cash in. Again, Tesla, Boeing, Beyond Meat, Uber. Those are probably the top 4 that I'm personally watching as of right now. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to go down below for me and hit that like button. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and join the Discord group chat down below, as well as that Facebook group. And again, if you guys want free money, absolutely free money, 2 free stocks from Webull valued up to $1,400, I have an affiliate link down below where if you deposit $100 using that affiliate link, you get those 2 free stocks free of charge, and you can do whatever you want with that money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. As always, peace out.